Hello, friends and lovers, and I hope you enjoyed my little intro to this video. We're just going to be hanging out this weekend, and what you saw at the beginning of this was actually last night was my 10-year anniversary with my partner, and so I wanted to show you guys. We went to a rotating sushi place. They also had like this robot that comes around and gives you drinks, but it's so funny because people like politely will like wait like off to the side for this robot to pass, and it's honestly like it feels like a wholesome interaction because they're like, oh, like the robot's doing its job, I need to like give it its space to go. And it plays like this little song as it goes through the restaurant, which is honestly so cute. Like, I'm a little obsessed with it. But we're gonna just be reading and hanging out this weekend. I am in the middle of 2 books right now, so I'm almost finished with Glow of the Everflame, which is a romantasy, which I have been in, you know, a really big romantasy mood lately. So this kind of like fits in. I've been reading romantasy for like almost like 2 months straight at this point. I don't know how I'm doing this. I thought this one was about to finish, but I think since she sold her books traditionally now, and they were originally indie, it's pushed back the last book to next year. I thought it was coming this year. So I was like, okay, I can finally read these books that everyone's been talking about. So I'm reading them, but, you know, I'm being punished for reading them now. The first 3 books in this 4-book series are out. I'm on book 2, and, you know, like, I'm enjoying this, but I will say, if you're someone who gets really bugged by, like, heroines that get a little too, like, headstrong, who are, like, doing stuff, but it's, like, still a little dumb, like, I would say, like, this girl is, like, slightly more intelligent than Violet from Fourth Wing. If Violet didn't bug you, I don't think she'll bug you, but there is some choices she makes where you kind of roll your eyes a little bit because you're like, of course, like, someone will, like, fake betray her to help her politically or something, and she's like, oh my god, I can't believe they betrayed me, even though it's obvious that, like, they didn't do that. So yeah, so I have been having a lot of fun with it and rolling my eyes, but then, like, sometimes, like, really emotional things will happen, or, like, something devastating happens in the book, and I'm right there in it. So, you know, it's really winning me over. This weekend, we are about a week out from my 30th birthday, so I hate to say it, I'm like, so of course the presents come tumbling in, but they started to arrive, and, like, honestly, like, I'm so happy. My friends never have to send me anything. Last year for my birthday, literally, I filmed a book haul. My friends bought my entire Amazon wish list. Like, this year I was like, what do I put on it? But luckily, you know, I thought of some things because I was like, okay, I know people like to send me a book for my birthday, so let me put them out there. I have been, as many of you know, I think I've talked about it in my vlogs over the last, like, year, is that I've been watching Haiku. So my friend Emily sent me the first volume of the bind up. So it's like the first 3 in one. And so I think I want to collect them this way. I just, like, I don't know, like, they're a little bit thicker. They have 3 volumes, and I don't have, you know, a ton of space, but I want to read these. I love my volleyball boys. They're my absolute favorite. I believe in them. So I'm almost done with season 4. And when I finish with season 4, I want to start reading the manga just to see what I missed, like, see what happens in the future. And also I want to support them. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So that was from Emily. And then Emily also sent me, so I got a package, and my boyfriend gave it to me. He was like, oh, like, some things came for you. And it was like 2 things. One was from the UK, and the other was like another Amazon box. And I was like, man, what did I order from the UK? But I messaged my friends, and I was like, who sent me these black cat bookmarks? But it was also Emily. So thank you. Love of my life, Emily. You mean the world to me. I know you know that. But these are so cute. This one has a little tassel. I literally, like, I can't wait to use this. It's perfect. Thank you so much. Like, I'm truly thriving. I think I'm going to use this one for the manga. I really like it. This one says, in ancient times, cats were worshipped as gods. They have not forgotten this. So true. I let my cats rule my life, not the other way around. Okay, and then the other package, it was a bigger Amazon box, and I was like, oh my God, what did I order from Amazon? But it wasn't me. It was from my friend Mary, who also has a booktube channel, Athena's Biblioteca. I will put her down below. She's honestly like the sweetest human. The first time we met, she found out that I love Holly Black, and she sent me Holly Black bookmarks. Like, she's literally the sweetest, kindest human, and no person like deserves more than Mary does. And Mary, like, honestly, when I opened your gift, I was so blown away. Because like, I feel like you can see I'm like tearing up now just because she was so generous, and I appreciate my friends, okay? So anyway, like I said, oh my God, I'm like about to cry. So we have book 2 for the haiku bind up. So this is 4, 5, and 6. Thank you so much, Mary, for this. I'm so excited to read more and find out more about my volleyball men. And then she also got me, I believe, yes, so this is book 2 of the Viking Omegaverse. This is one of my favorite series of all time. If you love Omegaverse and fantasy romance, this is so good. Like, the world building in this is insane. You can tell that the author truly has like a strong love for like Norse mythology, and then also like the history of Vikings. Like, she literally in the author's note always talks about like what she changed and like what parts of the book were like from pieces of history. And I absolutely love it. And also all of her like covers are they're absolutely stunning. And I can't wait to have this on my shelves. Thank you, Mary. And then the third thing, which, oh my God, the third thing. So I've been trying to get into coloring recently, and so Mary sent me this. So I'm going to color one of these later today. We continue to hang out so that you guys can also see and appreciate. So they have like I really love that they're like a little bigger, because a lot of mine have a lot less like little things to fill out. Usually it's like kind of one big image in the middle, and it's super easy with like markers. But I think maybe with this, I don't know, maybe I would try like some of them with markers and then others with colored pencils. We'll see what feels best when I get into it. Oh my God, like I feel like that one's like perfect for markers. This just makes me so happy, really trying to get into coloring, because I'm trying to like do things that don't involve a screen, which is hard, because I'm like, okay, if you work 40 hours a week looking at a screen, and then I get on a train to come home looking at a screen because I'm on my phone the whole time, and then I get home and I watch TV with my boyfriend, and then before bed I'm like reading a book on my Kindle or on my phone. You know, like I'm literally living life looking at a screen all day. So I've been really trying to find hobbies that will get me away from the screen. So, you know, having an audiobook going and like focusing on coloring is perfect. Like, so thank you for, you know, for helping me have more options. I actually really need to redo my cart that has all of my like crafting stuff and journaling stuff in it. It's going crazy. But anyway, we're going to continue my day. I'm very close to the end of Glow of the Everflame, so I might just go ahead and finish that off. So let's go find a place to color and cuddle my cat. Okay, we are in my bedroom, and I finished coloring, so look at this beautiful frolicking mouse. He has never been thriving more than he is in this photo. So I finished that, and I finished my book. So I got to love my new coloring book. I had a lot of fun with it, and I finished Glow of the Everflame, which, you know, like, it was all right. Like, I am feeling more like 3.5 to 4. Like, and if it's a 4, it's like a lower 4. Just because, like, while I am like actively engaged with it, there are some things that I'm just like, okay. Like I said, like the main character, she is a little annoying. She occasionally does stuff where you're like, girl, please get it together. You need to stop. And then I feel like the ending, we had been waiting for this one plot thread to kind of, weave its way back. And so it did, which I appreciate. She's not leaving anything wide open, but it comes back in a way that's just kind of like, of course. Because like the male love interest has like all of these secrets that he says he can't tell her because he made other promises. Doesn't she want him to keep his word? And yeah, so like that got a little annoying because like, he's keeping things from her that like she needs to know to be able to like navigate this world she's been thrown into, because she's becoming queen of these people. They're basically like fae, except they're not called fae. They're like supposed to be like, I think like descendants of the gods, but it's I feel like essentially they're like fae-esque people. So they're magical, and then they also have, their particular kingdom has like the mortals living in squalor, and she thought she was immortal, and then she quickly discovers she is like half descendant of God and half mortal, and so it becomes like this, like tugging her between worlds. So I finished that for the day. I'm not gonna lie, I already feel like I want to take a nap. I actually had like less in that book than I thought, but now that I'm done, I was gonna jump right into book 3, but then I found out, because I thought like book 4 was supposed to come out in the next 2 months, so I was like, okay, I'll just read 3 of them. But now that I know it's not coming for like a year, I feel like I can put off reading book 3 for a while. So I'll probably start something else. That was my audiobook, like, because while I commute to work, I don't get like a seat on the train, so I'm like standing. So sometimes I will just like turn on an audiobook. I have been working on this Katie Roberts novella. I'm going to read a little bit of this before I take a nap. Hopefully I can finish that today, because I would love to start something else. I'm very pleasantly surprised because this one I'm like in, and I'm really enjoying her writing like a lot more than I remember enjoying Neon Gods. So I'm hoping, this is a win for me, but I'm like 50% through now, and it's a novella, so I should be able to finish this weekend. I had just been reading this before bed during the week. Sarah Kate also has a novella that is in this universe called Shattered Innocence, and that one is MFF. I start something else on audio. I'm not like too concerned about like when I'm doing these weekend vlogs, like churning out, like reading tons of books. I just want to kind of like catch up with you guys, let you know what's going on in my life, give you like some reading updates, and just mostly like have a chill, fun time. Okay, hello. So I did take a nap. I'm a little bit crusty dusty. I don't know what's up with that. And I haven't put away, this is like a vest. I won't show you the front because it has my company on it, but my company gave me like a little vest fleece thing, which was very nice of them. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. I don't know if it fits into my style or whatever, but I love that like this guy's just in the background. Let's prop him up. I don't even know his name. Does it say his name? Zorro. Welcome to the family. So I've woken up from my nap, and now we are going to do a little taste test. So these are like peelable gummies. I do not know how I feel about these. So they come like this. So I've had a banana one of this before, but when I was at Ranch 99 yesterday, they had both mango and grape. So I feel like it's like way harder to peel than you like think it should. And I feel like they just call them peelers because like technically you can peel them, but it's like, it's almost like it's, yeah, like that's it unpeeled. It's not, it doesn't look appetizing that way. But see, that was like the outside of it, because the inside and the outside is like way different texture. Obviously, I love it. Like, I love all things mango. So, these good little mango snack if you are a mango fiend like me. Now, we also got grape. I don't know if I'm like that interested in like peeling this one. This one Like cute little grapes. This is like a bunch of grapes. I thought it was gonna be like a circle because like, yeah, like this makes it look like it's gonna be a circle, but good thing I have like long nails right now because how else would I peel these? Like, oh my God. Okay. This one did not peel nicely at all. I'm not good at this. That one's good. So yeah, I don't know how I feel overall about the peeling aspect of them, but just as like little candies, delicious, you know? Delicious. And then I forgot I had this package. It came the other night, but I was like too tired to open it. I got myself a little, you know, gift. A little, you know, like first week of the job. Oh my God. It's glorious. Okay. So it's a purple sweatshirt and it says, rehome your husband, adopt a cat. We love it. So that's very fun. So besides that, I read like 30 pages of the novella before I went to bed. I've been reading a little bit more of it now, but also my friend DM'd me and she was like, do you want to read this book with me? And I said yes. So the book is called Fawn. I think it's like a monster romance. It is like 380 pages. So I think I'm going to start this after I finish the novella. Obviously, I will not finish this tomorrow. I've been reading like way slower than normal. I'm just not, you know, churning it out like I used to, but this looks fun and I'm excited to read it with my friend. So I'm reading this with Jess from Jade Can Read on Instagram. She is a true light in my life. We occasionally read Omegaverse books together, but whenever we want to have a silly, goofy time, we message the other and we're like, please read this with me or next. Thank you. So I will be reading that with Jess and we'll see how it goes. If I start it later, I'll give you guys an update. But besides that, me and my boyfriend are actually going to go see Mickey 17 tonight. And I'm pretty excited. Like, it's by the guy who directed Parasite, and then Robert Pattinson's in it. I don't know, it looks good. Like, I saw the trailer. I haven't really heard anything because this is opening weekend that it's been out, so look forward to me updating you about that tomorrow. I'm so sorry if you can hear my fan, but he's on top of me, so I can't turn it off while I speak. But I'm still reading that Katie Roberts novella, and there's like a chasing scene with like a group of people. Honestly, it's really hot, okay? That's the update. You had to know. Good morning. I like started it and I was like, my hair looks like a lion. I washed it last night, and so when I sleep on it a little wet, I feel like it takes on more wave than it usually does if I'm like brushing it out or like putting more product in it and it drying before I go to sleep. Anyway, I doubt anyone cares. They're just like, yes, you have a giant lion's mane. So yesterday we saw Mickey 17. It was so good. Like, I don't know, I had such a good time. Like, I wouldn't say it's like an all-time favorite new movie, but
I don't know, I felt like it had the right balance of like it being kind of a drama, but also a comedy. There were moments of levity in it that like kept you engaged without it feeling too heavy. And I love a movie that does that. I think that kind of movie's just perfect for me. And then I also liked the concept. If you guys haven't heard about it, it's basically about a guy named Mickey Barnes who he ends up signing up to go on this space voyage to populate this planet, but he signs up to be an expendable, which means they send him on like dangerous missions, dangerous tasks, and every time he dies, they reprint his body with his memories. So he does like a download every week to like store his memories. And it's kind of about his journey of like why he made that choice, and then also like what's happening. And they also talk about the political and like kind of moral implications of it, but like without it being too like intense to think about. Like it was kept light. There was like, I feel like a good combination of things. So obviously it's called Mickey 17. So we're on the 17th iteration of Mickey Barnes. So it was really funny. It was just a good time. If you like sci-fi, if you like a good goofy time, I definitely recommend this movie. I just had fun. Even though when I came out of the theater, I heard a fucking dude go like, it's just hard to make good sci-fi. Like The Expanse. Like, okay, as someone who's both read and watched at least the first season of The Expanse, I'm an expert over this random man, obviously. I'm just simply better than him. Like, I just don't think that's a fair comparison, because The Expanse is a space opera, like a multi-POV space opera. And it's gonna be different than kind of like this dramedy style one shot, you know, like having something that's based on 9 books and, like I said, is a space opera and follows a large cast of characters is inherently going to be different. Like, so maybe you just like space opera, you know, like, and there's no shame in that. But I feel like sometimes people really like get a little too specific about science fiction and kind of have this like limiting idea of like what it can be. I just don't suffer from that because I'm obviously enlightened. So yeah, anyway, so that's my little spiel about Mickey 17. But besides that, my little B-roll that I did this morning, I'm just relaxing. I'm not gonna put on any makeup today. I literally should wash my face and put like a serum on or something. But outside of that, I don't really want to like do anything, you know, because I want to feel like I'm re-becoming a person before we jump in to another 5-day work week. But mostly I'm just been focusing on relaxing. And I was watching Cozy K this morning. She has become one of my favorite, just like relaxing vlog style YouTubers to watch. She's amazing. If there's people that you watch that you think are like similar-ish to Cozy K, let me know. I've been trying to branch out a little bit because I also really like weeks in their life or whatever. I also love those videos. I've been like trying out a few different people, but yeah, outside of that, yeah, I just want to, you know, relax. Part of me, I'm feeling really drawn to playing a video game. So I think I do want to finish the Katee Robert novella. So I do think I'm going to sit down, I'm going to finish that. And then I think I'm going to, I'm a game. The new 2 Point Museum game came out and I kind of want to play that. My boyfriend's still asleep, so when he gets up, I'll hang out with him. But until then, you know, it's, I can do whatever I want with my nice Sunday morning. I don't know if I ever explained what the Katee Robert novella was even about. So it's a little effed up, and I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but it starts out with her sleeping with someone and you find out that she has a boyfriend and she's not sleeping with that boyfriend. So she had a boyfriend who is very nice, like on paper, and is like totally fine by like all means, you know, but she's like a mafia princess who's going to inherit like her territory. And so she just you know, she's addicted to a little bit more danger. So it's been like 2 years she's been in this relationship, and now she's becoming unsatisfied as he's like traveling more for work and just like being there less and like less affectionate. And so she's just not as connected to this relationship as she used to be. When she ends up going out and cheating on him with another guy, she somehow acquires a stalker who's like texting her about this guy she slept with. And then you quickly find out that like the stalker killed that guy that she hooked up with at the bar. So, you know, like fun light stuff for a novella. But, you know, I'm actually enjoying it. And I feel like this is like making me want to take more of a chance on Katie Robert, because I really love that she writes queerness with just such, like, in a way where you don't feel like anything's wrong with it, because nothing is wrong with it. And so I don't know, I just really appreciate that. It's like casual queerness without the societal bullshit. And I love to read about queer characters that are just, you know, queer, but it's not like the whole like point of the story, you know, if that makes sense. Like it's just something that's accepted, that is fact. And I don't know, I love that. Hello. Oh my god. My laptop's in the way. Anyway, so I did finish the novella, which was actually like super good. You know, I had a good time. Not like super good. It was just good. Like, I feel like it's like what you can expect out of a novella, but it was a surprise to me because, like I said, I haven't read Katie Robert since Neon Gods came out. So it has been quite the while. So I am happy that I finished that. And now I'm at my desk where I did, oh my god, he's like trying to scale me like I'm a mountain. I actually took every jacket that has been on the back of this chair because this just becomes a total dumping ground. So I did clean that off. Now, did I clean my actual desk? No, but that's okay. You know, we can get to that later. You don't have to do everything in one day. You know, you can just chill. So now I'm going to play some video games. I actually, because they asked me if I needed anything for my home setup so that I can work from home. And the only thing I asked for was a new mouse because my old mouse stopped working. So, but now I'm going to use it to play video games. So that's where we're at. So I've been hanging out on my giant love sack, but it has not been an uplifting time, and let me divulge to you why. So I had gotten to doing some chores. So I was like doing our laundry to, you know, clean my bed and stuff. And then I was also folding the laundry that I left in the dryer last weekend. So I was doing that. And so I was like, okay, like, let me start my next audiobook. So I realized my next audiobook was Blood Over Brighthaven, which I was like halfway through, and then I like kind of DNF'd it for like no reason. Like, and for some reason it just like wasn't pulling me back. Like I didn't want to come back. And while I am really liking this, I do feel like it makes like a very similar story as to Breathe a Dragon's Breath. And that's like one of my favorite books from last year. And I think about that book a lot. So I feel like they just both touch on like very similar things. Not that that makes like something, you know, bad to the other. But I think like when you see something like so well done in another way, and then this book's also well done, and it is like interesting. It is a hard read. It is a heavy read. It is not like a fun, goofy, silly read. She's intense, you know? And so I've been listening to that, and I'm about to start dinner. So I'm going to keep listening to it. I only have about like 2 hours left. So I'm like, maybe I will finish it today. Beautiful, wonderful. We love to see it. So we'll see if I do end up finishing that. But yeah, I feel like
Today has been like so low key, but I've enjoyed kind of like taking you guys and showing you like what, like, you know, a weekend in my life looks like. You know, we had some things going on, and I had time to read. I had time to, you know, watch TV. Oh yeah, and like in terms of TV, so we started the new Daredevil show that's on Disney Plus, and I feel like it started in a very interesting way. So I'm very interested to see how that goes moving forward. And then tonight we need to catch up on Severance and White Lotus. So we have some big hefty plans tonight. I will get to making dinner now.